What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel today. Welcome back, and we are back again in Dr. Pepper Gen 4 series. Yes, I'm just trying to read chat here. Just go home. Tilbury's fine. Anyways, we are back in DDP for our second week after last week, our first race at Atlanta. We finished fifth, which was great. Had a great late race battle with Alan. Super exciting. I had a ton of fun, learned a lot. So we are here today at one of my two favorite ovals. This is Legacy Atlanta 2008, Good Atlanta, whatever you want to call it. And I kind of fluked the Q run. We put it up on the front row thus far. I don't think anybody else super fast has to go out yet. Um, don't think I actually have this kind of speed. I mean, it's the same crop of guys that were up near the front last week at Charlotte. JP was fast. He was running right up there with us in the top 6, 7. Eric won last week. He was very good. Caden was very fast last week. Shane's always very fast. Colton is exceptionally fast. Daniel's very talented. Gavin was second last week. Alan, we had that late race battle with. Billy was up there. Warren finished in top 10 up there with us. So all the usual suspects. A lot of names that we know, a lot of names we don't know, which is all good. 38 car field, which is phenomenal to see. Very, very excited. But yeah, so we're starting second, which we probably don't deserve to be. I don't think I'm quite good enough to run second here tonight. But, who knows? Maybe we'll be okay and be in good shape. We're just going to go with 65 BB. No idea. Who knows? I just, again, kind of want to have fun, learn. Obviously, I kind of fluked the Q lap, but I felt like we could run a 50, which would have put us fifth. So not too terribly displeased with that. And again, hopefully we can just make something of it, run towards the front and finish in the top 10. If we can finish single digits again this week, that'll be a great start to the season. Back-to-back single-digit finishes will be awesome. Definitely going to burn the right rear off. A little bummed that we missed the pole, but again, I don't think I really deserve to be up quite this far anyways. Track temp's going to be hot, 131. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Definitely going to be slippery, burn the right rear off. Hopefully it goes green. We get some long runs because tires are going to be a thing. We do have 2 sets laying, I believe, which is plenty. But whatever, it should be a lot of fun. So extra special thanks to Gavin Lemons. He's put a lot of work in this. Obviously, it's better to be here than being in officials for plenty of dumb shit to happen. So long way to go. Long race, 75 laps. I think last week was 80. Can't remember exactly. But so yeah, if you're not subbed to Griffin2448, I'll link him down below. Make sure you go drop him a like and a follow and check out all his great content. Great driver. Had a lot of fun racing with him in the past. And this series last week we didn't really see him too much, but we had some great battles back in the K5 Street Stock series and some other stuff. So yeah, he raced actually in Mazda, I believe, in the drying track series. So yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. Should be a lot of fun. A little bit different setup again than the fix ups. Not learning, apples to apples, but definitely apples to pears. It's not fully like apples to oranges. So this is what I like though. Nice hot Atlanta, super fun, super excited. Hot Atlanta is best Atlanta, and I'm definitely ready to rock and roll. So we'll see how it goes. Again, should be pretty straightforward. Hopefully it's a lot of fun. Again, very excited for this. Really, really enjoying my time driving this car. Again, if we can just kind of get through this, finish well, and learn, I will be happy. So we are ready to rock and roll, or as much as I can be, I suppose. A lot of great drivers up here towards the front. Not going to fight too terribly hard. If it does go green, that tire wear is going to be everything, as we've seen here plenty of times, and be open and other things. So very ready, very excited. I did do a pit entry this week, so that was good. What I didn't do was kind of like a restart test to see how bad our wheel spin is. So hopefully not too bad. We don't want to be the fool from back last week, my 13th week race at Darlington, where on the initial start we just spin the tires and kill everybody. I think someone probably will. I just don't want it to be me on the front row. So we'll play a little bit conservative here. Great lap by JP. He was super quick last week as well. I think he finished a couple behind us. I think he finished 7th. Alan was 6th. I was 5th. Of course, Eric in the 24 car won last week ahead of Gavin, ahead of Leighton, who I don't think is here. I didn't see a Leighton this week. Ahead of Colton, who was 4th, and I was 5th. So, again, all the usual suspects. Nick, once again, dealing with storms coming from the back. I'm also dealing with storms. Hopefully, they don't impact us. I think the heaviest of the stuff is by us, but it got pretty nasty there for a little while. So, just in case I have any issues or blink or whatever, it's pretty wild storms going on. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below. I appreciate you all so very much. So glad to be back for my trip, get some good racing content in. I hope you enjoyed the video from Tuesday about my 12 years on iRacing and how it's changed. And let's see what we can do here tonight. So let's get to it without further ado, and let's have some good fun Gen 4 action at Hot Atlanta. Well, we spun the tires big time for sure, but it was better than the guy. Eric in third spun him a ton, and there was a couple stages there that JP was trying to get going, so we are going to get clear off of turn 2 around the top, so that's great. Again, of course, immediately in the conservation mode, not going anywhere fast, but we will get 5 bonus points for our first lap lead of the season. We did not lead any laps last week at Charlotte, so 5 bonus points on the books is good. No idea what line's going to be the way to go. Obviously, it's very hot, very slippery. I assume that we're going to try to nice and chill, roll the bottom as much as we can. Right rear is going to be a premium. Of course, you can't exactly afford to go too slow and be just awful, but I don't want to go too fast either. Not going to fight this at all. If he wants to go and attack, he can go nuts, be my guest. Let him go. Nathan's up here, Eric, Colton as well, I can see in the back there, so just be nice and patient. If it does go green again, we're going to want that right rear to be in good shape. We've seen it a million times here at Atlanta and be open. Again, this is pretty much my specialty, is to basically just go slow, wait everybody out, but I do need probably 25 to 30 laps for that to start to take hold. No idea if any of that's going to fly to the Gen 4 car here, but it's worth a shot. Again, all about learning. Having fun and learning is the key, so if we can do that and have a good race and, again, get a decent result out of it, I will be happy. So we got our 1 lap lead, not overly concerned about trying to set the world on fire pace-wise. Partially because I don't think we're going to have the short run pace even if I wanted to, and partially because we're playing the long game, of course. So we'll just keep chilling. If any of these guys want to go, same deal as what we did with JP, we won't fight. Glad we got that 1 lap lead for the bonus points though. Never know how much those will be key. Obviously you want to lead everything and win everything, but you know, getting 5 points is better than none, so that's a good goal. I don't think we're good enough to lead all the laps anyways, so 16, Nathan Scott coming up to us around the top. He's going to go by Eric here down the front stretch. Quite slippery for all these guys. Looks like Chad has had issues again. So again, expect a lot of people to have issues. Be slippery, spin, everything. Not sure if there was anybody that got damaged or had an incident on the initial start there. Obviously we got away with it from spinning the tires a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. Makes it fun again. You have to be patient, be smart. Really, really love this track. You all know that. This place in Darlington to me, especially when it's hot. This is just peak oval racing, especially in NASCAR cars. And again, this place is as good as it gets as far as rewarding tire saving and not abusing tires. Not sure who that bumper came off of there. It might have been Chad. Colton ran a mega lap there that last time. We'll just let 16 get to our right rear. Go on ahead. These cars are already quite a bit wiggly down the straightaway, but Gavin made some good setup tweaks and adjustments from the fixed set to help that a little bit. Unfortunately, there's the Matt Kenseth scheme, the Carhartt scheme that Chad runs. Looks like he had front end damage there, so hard to get down the front stretch at full throttle. The car does move around and wobble quite a bit. So we'll just go right back to being conservative, saving around the bottom. No idea, again, if bottom is going to be the key, if you're going to want to be up on top and keep it wound up through 1 and 2 especially. So we'll just keep chilling. Again, not in any kind of hurry. If we end up falling out of the top 10, hopefully it goes long and we can get some of that back, but no expectations about my pure pace as usual, so happy to hang. A lot of guys are going to have issues, not just through the corners there down the front stretch, going to be very slippery, of course, still, so definitely going to have to nurse this and baby it and take care of it. Off of turn 2 especially, definitely going to be easy to get the rear end to step out if you're not careful. So we'll just keep being nice and chill. Shane up behind us, first Shane sighting we've had the 2 races here. Again, in my head, I'd love to run top 5 again here this week, get back-to-back top 5, start the season. Realistically, I think we are top 10 speed. I'd be disappointed if we didn't finish in the top 10. I don't think we're ever going to have winning speed. A lot of these guys are really fast, really talented. The only chance would be a road race if, you know, there are no road racers, or like Billy or somebody other has mistakes that are great road racers. I think we can, again, still run top 5 at the road races, but I don't think we're ever going to win these straight up unless something weird like this happens tonight where everybody blows their tires off. But even then, I don't think we're quite winning good for this league. But that's okay. Again, it's all about learning, having some fun, trying to apply the things we learn here to not just this series and officials, but other series, other leagues, this league, of course. So playing the long game is going to be key. It's going to be where we get our money's worth. Seems like we've kind of settled in 5th. Benjamin Park, 23 cars falling back behind Shane there this lap. So field will start to spread, of course. Some guys naturally tire savers, some guys naturally speedsters. They'll come and go, which is great. This car does make a lot of comers and goers. We saw even in the Week 13 stuff at like Dover and Darlington. You can come and go. You can play the long game and be okay. So have to keep being smart and patient there. I overdrove one just a little bit. Doesn't seem like the right front definitely wears, and it'll definitely bite you if you're not careful. But it's the right rear that's going to go away whether you like it or not. So driving the car sideways off the corner isn't great. It's not a great option, but it is just kind of what you have to do to some extent to get the thing to go where you want to go and not just plow. So it's going to slide. There's like 130 degree plus track temp we saw there pre-race. So it's going to slide. It's just about managing it and making sure you're ready for it and aware of when it may snap. I did a 20 lap run in the warm-up, but of course that was about 100 degree track temp. This is 30 plus degrees hotter than that. So I kind of know how it's going to build, how it's going to feel. But of course, it's going to be turned up to 11, slippery. So again, though, 38 cars. I think Chad may have parked and retired, but even 37 cars still going. Nice green start here, 12 laps into it. Guys ahead getting squirrely, as I figured they would on the straight. Front straight, of course, very sketch. Good looking paint scheme there that Colton's running. Not exactly sure if that's a throwback to a real scheme or what that is, but it looks good. Welch's grape whatever, Costco on the back. Just trying to roll the bottom. Almost the Harvick line. I don't think he was really quite known for it in the Gen 4 era. Big old slide off the floor there for me. So just overheated the right rear, overstepped the grip just a little bit that time. Nothing too crazy though. Still okay. Shane has caught us from a couple car lengths back. Again, we're starting to spread out. We see there back behind Caden. There's one more car and was at 9th, and then a little bit of a gap back to 10th in the rest of the field. So happy to hang around, be patient. Shane, another really good fast driver. He has a lot of bad luck in races that we've been in with him, and he makes some interesting moves at times. Another big snap off the floor there, so I'm definitely exceeding the grip limit and gonna have to be a little smarter here. Eric had a big slide that time, so we'll take a look to the inside of one, just force him to do something a little different. A lot of people having issues off 4, myself included, which is probably a good thing. We're gonna slide off the 2 there, trying to keep wheeling it, stay off of Eric. Good. If it's already slippery 15 laps in, it's definitely going to be slippery 40 laps in when we pit. So this is good. We just got to try to unslippery each other, out slippery the cars around us. So again, everybody up here towards the front is obviously fast, obviously talented, and knows what they're doing. It's just about managing that and controlling it. Colton will be very good in these conditions. Again, I'm sure others will as well that I'm not quite as familiar with. Looks like Warren is the other car up here in the top 9 or so that's running well. He was kind of the leader of the safe tire strategy last week at Charlotte, and he said it didn't really work like he intended. He expected to kind of run all of us back down, but instead he was just kind of leading that second train, and I think he finished 8th, but I said he would go a little bit harder this week. Saving tires didn't quite net him what he thought it would, so definitely like getting rear wheel spin down the front stretch is very strange, because it's been quite a while since we've had cars that could do that on iRacing. It's been of course, I didn't run the old Gen 4 really ever, other than testing it when it was a new thing, but really been since the Gen 6 Cup cars that you had wheel spin here down the straights, and even then was less of a wheel spin from power thing and more of a sliding with grip type of thing. So very interesting how this all plays out. Seems like it's pretty hard to pass on the bottom, as you'd expect right now. Expect the top to be superior lap time wise, but again, who knows what it's doing to the tires, especially the right front. Being able to maintain corner speed and get the car to rotate with the right front so you can drive it off the right rear is key. We'll get to the inside of Colton here down to turn 3. He's going to outdrive us in the top 3. Colton is exceptionally fast, so we are making no judgments about his pace. He is a tire burner a little bit at times, though. He's got to be careful here down on the bottom. To slide too much. Made a little bit of contact there with the wall, perhaps. All 3 of these front guys have moved to the top of 1 and 2. I'm going to stay on the bottom. They're going to give me clean air down there, and potentially, again, saving that right rear just a little bit with a lower exit. I'll take it. We're definitely wiggling around quite a bit. It's definitely quite slippery, but Who knows? Green flag pit stops are going to be terrifying because obviously the delta from a short pit is going to be incredible, but you're going to have to go back out and deal with the consequences on the long run. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting for sure. Getting towards pit stops, probably more than halfway to them. I can't imagine anybody going beyond about lap 40 before they pit. Obviously, we'll just kind of watch the cars around us, and when they decide to pit, big time sideways down the front stretch there. I feel like I have a good amount of tire left. I really seem to be the only one looking in the mirror and out ahead that's running the bottom on both ends, like the real bottom, not, you know, middle. Change for the lead there as Nathan gets by JP. Big snap off the 2 for me, but we gathered up before we just left 2 big 11s down the backstretch. So definitely going to be some people that are running other rear tires for sure here, if I am already. So yeah, it looks to be difficult to pass on the bottom, but that's okay. Definitely siding around sideways, which is good. It's actually great. Love it. Very entertaining. Set's very good. Gavin built a very good set here. Just gotta learn it, take care of it, control it. Bottom 3 there for a little bit, we may have actually been. Colton coming back on the top of the big dive into turn 3. We'll go back to rolling the bottom. Get inside of Eric. A little bit of a slide there by me. We'll hang on to that one. Have to get out of the throttle though. Colton's going to get back by us. Just had to keep a little bit too much wheel in to make sure that we didn't run into Eric there, but we're still good. Just keep wrapping this bottom. Looks like everybody kind of behind Shane here, who's 6th. It's fallen off a little bit. Nothing crazy, but a little bit. Colton definitely driving in hard on the top of 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 for that matter, but so I definitely seem to be struggling off of 4 more than I am off of 2 right now. Bumps could be doing part of that. Still doing okay. That low exit 2 is actually working pretty well, but not a lot I can do with it when there's someone out there, of course, so. Super difficult just to drive your own car as we get a yellow there. Someone's died finally. Now what do we do?
Holy shit, this is nice.
Now what do we do? I think it's got to be 4 tires here. We're going to be close to the end on fuel. 50 laps is a lot, but I think we're going to have to pit and fill it up and go for it. So
I know, right?
Definitely going to be a full tank of fuel. I don't want to change the handling any. The field there has had a mistake or gotten trapped by the pace car, so very fun. I think we were definitely a top 6 or 7 car there, which is great. Thought we could have gone forward a little bit, but you know, it's just how it cycles out. So we'll come in, get some freshies, see what our tire wear is.
You're all good. You're all over the place there.
You good stop from the 4 guys here. CF Mobile crew. We're going to be all the way, of course, down in box number 2.
$73.66.
Oh, we I think lost.
Trying to get shoved down.
We got past Colton, we got past Nathan, almost got Eric, but we end up 3rd there. It looks like Nick might have missed his box. So
Box is back there. My bad.
it's all good. Should be good to end on fuel here.
Contact,
Single file restart, lap to the bottom. All good.
I honestly can't believe we made it 25 laps.
Going to fuel save just in case. Should be able to do 50 laps without too much issue, especially when the pace
This
falls
is what
off.
the Gen 6 felt like 10 years ago racing around this place.
Agreed, Gavin. It was just superior. So we're going to be up in
It caught me
P3.
off guard first
Again,
lap. I
smart
thought the front
restart.
was
We know
going to
JP
go,
spun the tires. We
or
know
whatever
Eric
you
spun the
call it,
tires
but
last time. So we definitely had better tire wear than all the guys around us. Don't know if we even have any lap cars. I guess we must, but so yeah, we were about a top 6 car there. I'm pretty pleased with that. Pretty happy with it. Warren might have sped or something.
everybody
He's
be
falling
real
back.
careful on this restart.
So I'm gonna have to be patient. Gonna have to go right back into conserve mode. Again, that was only 25 laps, and we were just starting to get to that point. Now we're gonna have not quite 50 laps if it goes green from here. So we'll see what we can do. Should be good to go on fuel again here.
Leader anytime after the pace car's off. Yep.
So yep, just gonna hang up around the top. Can't get past the driver's right, of course. So if someone spins out, we're gonna have to jam on the brakes. Don't want to be too cautious, of course. Don't know if he'll clear black flags for that or whatever, but all right, we'll go again. We got what, 47 laps to go here on the restart. So we only did 25 there. Hopefully we can get a nice another good long run, capitalize some more. We were doing the right thing, saving there. Let's get back to it and go again.
Yeah, I can't imagine official made it through lap 1.
Better takeoff there by everybody. Not a whole lot of tire spinning up amongst top 5 there. And we'll go right back to the bottom. Field's definitely going to spread out there with the single file restart. Nathan was super aggressive, super faster on the top there. Alex is gone. Nathan again going to go right by us, not even going to bother fighting it, not going to contest it. Colton as well, going to get a big run. He'll go to the top. Let him go. He was fast in the short run as well. So we came in 5th, came out 3rd there. We got Shane a couple car lengths back, and then some space to Benjamin, Caden, and the rest. So right back into chill conserve mode. No hurry, no rush. Like there was contact. Yep, people died.
That's all my fault.
Well, that's unfortunate that now we're going to start wrecking, so. This is going to hurt our long run, obviously, the longer that we have people dying, so people got to just drive with their heads, but I get it. It's a difficult combo, but, you know, that's why there's practice. But anyways, we'll stack them up and go again. Unfortunate. Gave up 2 spots there just to get a nice chill rhythm. This will put everybody in the fuel window without question, so.
We don't hear you, 35.
I forgot to turn my brake bias back up, and I just slid it right into the corner, right into your quarter panel. I'm sorry about that, 7.
Well, if your brake bias is doing that, you're driving in way too fucking deep, man. Just gonna throw that out there. Holy shit. Looks like that got 4 or 5 cars, so pretty big crash there. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. People with their brake bias, like you're just over driving. Your brake bias doesn't matter if you're under driving because you're chilling. But over driving like that, then yeah, you kill people if you don't know what you're doing. But anyways, we'll just get recycled back here. It'll be about 40, 43, 44 to go, somewhere in there. 43, I guess. So it's all good. 33 is the dog. I don't know who the 33 is or where the 33 is. Doesn't matter. It's Justin Brink, Justin Power, woo. So yeah, we'll have another nice restart here. We'll be 5th in line this time. Gonna have a couple disconnects there. I assume from crash damage. That was about 25th or 30th. It looks like that crash was. Maybe further back, but front 10 to 15 of us have been really great, really smooth. Everybody's racing with respect, seems like. Give and take, understanding situations. So first time we're gonna start or restart on worn tires. Granted, it's only about 2 lap worn tires, but worn tires nonetheless. So See how everybody takes off from this. Again, we know Colton was a missile there on that restart, as was Nathan. JP fell back a little bit. Eric got to the point. I think 3 or 4 of us have led laps now. So we're going to be, what, 43 to go when we restart. Get stacked again. Don't know, again, if we have any lap cars to the inside down here, but regardless. Doing good, feeling good. I think Shane has the same idea I do about just making sure we're chilling and here at the end. So Nick up to 15, starting to back. Dan up to 16th. Again, should be way good on fuel now. We were good probably from the last one, but now we're way good. So no concerns. The pace was fall off anyways to allow us to go more than 50 laps. So we're all good. I'd like to keep fuel in it just to keep it from getting too tight on entry if I can. That's why we're saving a little bit here for balance. But we'll see how it goes. Again, we'll rack them, stack them. It'll be all good. Hopefully we can go green to the end now that we've gotten our restart wreck while everybody's bunched up out of the way. Hopefully we can have everybody settle out and chill and have their brake bias correct this time and go again. So here's Tilbury. He's a lap car, 07. Jack Daniels machine. He might be the only one actually. So, all right, here we go. Let's try this again. 43 more. I expect Tilbury just to get out of all of our way here. And here we go. Spun them there a little bit in second gear, not too bad. Got away okay. Tilbury lets the first 6 of us go, which is very nice of him. It is such a big advantage to restart as the leader in this single file format because it just concertinas together as it goes back. As you can see there, Benjamin was sleeping a little bit in 7th. He lost, 10 car lengths to us already. So Colton going hard, going aggressive around the top, trying to get the lead, trying to get those bonus points. I gotta remember I'm driving the Gen 4 and I can't just slide it off 4 even like you do in the Xfinity car. That's important. Shane gonna attack entry to 1 on the top. Again, if he wants to fire off in there real hard and carry all the momentum, we'll just let him go, leave him the lane up here. Not gonna fight it. We got 10 car lengths back here. Get into a nice rhythm. Last week at Charlotte, we lost a little bit too much ground early in the run, so even when we evened out and were more on pace with where we needed to be, we were 3 or 4 seconds back. Tried to avoid that here today. Best lap was just set by Shane there, so he was really attacking on that one. It was like 4/10 faster than I was. No worries. I think Colton's gotten to the lead. Looks like he indeed has. I think that's Eric second, JP and Nathan side by side, and Shane right in front of us. Still got about 10 car lengths back to Benjamin, Caden, Billy, and the crew back behind, so just stay nice and chill, nice and patient, same as we did the first run. Again, this is going to be quite significantly longer than that last run if it goes green, so really got to be patient, really got to take care of it. We're in no hurry. I think our balance is pretty good. Felt good about where we were at there that first run. We're just starting to make some headway potentially to move forwards a little bit. Don't think we were going to just drive to the lead or anything, but we saw Colton has burned up his tires. We think Nathan may have as well. So that's what this is all about, right? Just being there, being around. See where we are at lap, 65 again this week like we were last week. So doesn't look like any of the guys behind are really attacking or closing too terribly much. So that's good. We can just be patient, do our thing, not worry about defending or worrying about other cars' lines. Just focus out the windshield. Be smart, be patient, be smooth. I'm really loving this. The car is awesome. Nice green running in the league is awesome. So thanks so much to Gavin Lemons for allowing me to be a part of this and inviting me to join. So make sure you go check him out. Again, I'll link him down below. My right calf is cramping up just a little bit. Just got back from New York City yesterday, and we walked 14.5 miles in 3 days. And then yesterday was a very long day at the airport. So right calf just starting to cramp up a little bit. Still fine for now. I can just feel it when I'm getting off the accelerator pedal into the corners on entry. Eric backing up a little bit, undoubtedly in save mode. Benjamin starting to close us down. Just, a 10th or so a lap, but he did that the first run as well, and then started to fall back after about 15 laps. So Still good, still happy. The reason you run that bottom lane like that is to protect your exit. You definitely burn more right front doing that, getting in harder on the bottom, especially if you're just entering softly on the top. You definitely burn more right front entering on the bottom hard, but it protects your exit by not sliding the right rear tire. You're really going straight before you get back full throttle, and it definitely helps you to save that right rear, especially off of turn 2. It's so easy to slide it and attack. You have to exit really, really shallow here to help save that right rear. So that's what we're going for. That's the logic and the theory right now. Don't know if it's any good or if it's working or if it matters, but that's what we're going with. Benjamin and Caden, they're starting to run us down a little bit. Billy's still hanging back there, saving back in 9th. So who knows how much saving is going to come into play here on this run. We just starting to play a card about 15 or 20 laps in that last run before we got that yellow. So we'll see who's got what about probably lap 55 to 60, I would assume. So keep hanging out, keep biding our time. We still have the leaders in sight. Obviously, we're in good shape. So short run pace seems to be somewhere in the middle, not awful, but not great. Long run pace seems to be top 5 worthy, so that's good. Just keep waiting on that nose to swing to save the right front, and then of course be very, very gentle getting back to power off of both ends. We did slide it quite a few times off of turn 4 that first run, so we just gotta be aware of that, be patient with it, be nice and careful. Any little slide takes life out of it, puts heat into it. That's just not necessary right now because we're not going anywhere from 6. So everybody has one set of tires laying. I don't think anybody would have stopped there after 2 laps on that previous yellow. So everybody has one set of tires left. Where honestly, if you probably get a caution now at this point, we'd probably go put them on. So you'll look like Superman if you have one left and there's a yellow with 10 to go. But I don't think you can afford to do that considering you'll restart probably 20th at best. So it's a big gamble, but you know, the race isn't quite long enough. If it was like 100 laps, we had 2 sets, that would be really interesting, but I don't think anybody's not going to put their tires on around lap 50 if they get a chance. So Benjamin's starting to close us down, still kind of maintaining the Caden, Billy, and presumably the rest of the field back there. Just trying to stay patient, trying to focus, making sure I put my car where I want, do the right things. Pace seems to be good. Again, Benjamin's caught us 23 behind. Still kind of hovering around that 4/10 mark. Unsure how hard he's had to go to run us down, but coming to 30 to go here, we have quite a long way to go. We saw it was very difficult to pass on the bottom after that first run, 25 laps even there, so just gotta keep that in mind. You gotta have something, either a big offset to pounce with at the end of this, or save enough that they can't even fight you off if they wanted to. So it's all stuff to pay attention to and be aware of. 23 might be starting to run out of tires just a little bit. We got one on the apron down here. Hopefully he stays down there and comes onto the pit lane. Not sure who it is. It's Rick. Look at this. We're running like 3 or 4 different lanes here. Pretty awesome to watch and be a part of. A little bit sideways off before that time. A little bit offline, spun the rear tires, but we managed to hold on to it. Didn't hardly lose any time there, so. Maybe a little bit of slide off 2, but we're good. Really floating off into 3 again, just protecting the right front. Driving off the right rear, but not sliding it. That's the key to this here. That's the art. You gotta make lap time. You gotta be patient, careful there, but you cannot abuse it. You cannot overheat it. You cannot punish it. So, a couple laps here, we'll be at the 2/3 mark, lap 50. 3 different lanes, all 3 distinct lanes being run by a top 3 here. Pretty cool to see. Don't know which one's best or going to prevail or whatever, but definitely cool to watch. Obviously, Eric winning race 1 at Charlotte is the point leader, so we're in a good spot. Again, JP was up there as well, finished a couple behind us. I don't remember anybody else being up there. Colton, of course. Colton finished, I believe, 4th, so should still be top couple in points here if we can have a nice solid finish here. Well on our way to that so far. Colton's now lost the lead to JP, it appears. See if Colton has burned his tires off or is just deciding to fade back and do some saving here at kind of the midpoint of this run. Looks like a lot of guys got very loose there. Sliding all over the place. Colton's still driving very hard off into turn 3. He's super fast, but he's definitely sliding around the line here these first couple. Eric had a big wiggle there in the middle of 3 and 4. Came up off the bottom, but we weren't close enough to even think about capitalizing. JP's starting to run away at the front. We have started to pull Benjamin, Caden as well. Billy's still about that 2.5 second gap that he's been this whole time, so expect Billy to start to run some of these guys down with his tire offset. Just went past the 2/3 mark, 25 to go. We'll be 24 this time. Colton hit the fence pretty good that time. Not sure what happened to him, but managed to get off the wall and save it, so he's at least still moving. Big old slide there for Shane down the front stretch. That was a big one. Again, Shane fired off significantly harder than I did there. I'm sure he's still doing fine, but definitely ran harder than I did. He's having another big slide there. We'll get to his inside off of turn 2. He's just going to let us have the spot, so that's P4. 2 spots and 2 laps there, so JP and Nathan going to go to battle for the lead. We'll see if Eric and myself can start to hunt them back down. Definitely starting to run out of right rear tire. I shouldn't say run out, we got 23 to go. We're definitely starting to use that right rear tire and feel the effects of it. Of course, a lot of guys probably worse off than I am, worse off than Eric is. He did the same thing I did there, just found a spot to ride, chill for a while. He's got more speed than I do, probably better than I am anyway, so we'll just try to follow him up there, let him do the hard work of fighting these guys for the win, and we'll see if we can pick up any pieces, but P4 is a good result. If we can hang on, we're running well right now, I feel good about it. Long green runs, of course, as you all know, are my thing. Pretty much the only thing I got going for me on oval at this point, really. I don't really seem to have a lot of the speed I used to have back in the day, but that's okay. Don't need it if we get track conditions like this where we're so slippery running around and fighting everything, so. Still struggling a little bit off turn 4, but we're not too bad. Still in good shape. Billy's still hanging about 2.5 seconds back. He's starting to make his way up through the pack, though. So easy to light the rear tires up now at this point. Don't know how much Eric is still just conserving here. I'm not really running any harder, just focusing more on my lines and being consistent than saving necessarily, I guess. So I'm running probably 80% right now compared to 60 or so at the start of the run. Shane's still hanging with us in P5. He's definitely worse off tire wear wise than we are, but you never know. He can go back to conservation mode here and still come back and fight once his tires have cooled off here in the last handful of laps. So never know. Not going to count him out, of course. Almost wrecking up there. Nathan and JP both had big wiggles off 4. Starting to run them down. I think that Eric is going to be in the best spot to win this thing, and maybe we'll be able to pounce as well and get a podium out of this if it all falls in our lap, but I don't think you can pass on the bottom, and I'm pretty committed to the bottom at this point is part of the issue. He's starting to make his way forwards again. He's up to 6th now, so it's still 2.5 seconds back, and again, he's going to have to obviously outrun us both in pace and tire to come past me, but just something to note, keep in mind back there. Another big slide for me down the front. It's okay if you have one, you just can't drag it all the way down the front stretch. Laying 11s is all the way down the front. That's really bad. So 18 to go. Shane has regathered himself, cooled his tires off. He's still sticking with us here, P5. Right up behind, not really a threat to us directly, but he is driving quite hard and making good lap time up on the top, especially in 3 and 4. I'm preferring this bottom, especially down here, just to try to help my exit off of 4. Seems to be working okay. Not sure it's faster, but it feels nice, so we're going to stick with that because that's half the battle here. Another slow car on the bottom, not sure who it is. Greg. Just get to the inside of Eric here in the 3. Try to make this pass. Say it's so hard to get clear, but we do get clear, so we are up to P3 here. See if we can be around to chase these front guys down. 16 to go, plenty of time. Long way to go before tires get too hot here, so just gotta stay patient, stay calm. They're gonna slide, we're gonna move around a lot, but it's about managing it, controlling it. Front 2 definitely going at it. Look at that, they're sliding all over the place, both of them. Got one blown up or wrecked here or something down the front. Raymond. I had a big slide and wiggle there off in the 1. A lot of guys struggling on the apron here. Chad's coming back out after his earlier damage. Not sure if he's been out though, because he's 29th. Alright, we just gotta keep pushing. We're doing okay. Getting down to the really difficult part though. We're into the unknown now. We're past, well past 25 laps, past 30 laps even of tires on this run. So Eric had a big slide there the last time, fell back. So now Shane is the car behind us. He's 6/10 back. Big old slide there for JP. Up in the P2 we go. Trying my best. Really trying my best. Shane seems to have really good pace. I'm surprised with how he ran that first chunk of the stint there, that he was able to get those tires back, but he looks like he's still in good shape. He's cruising right now, so he's the one that's going to be on the prowl here at the end. A lot of lap traffic up ahead, about a straightaway ahead of us. Definitely have better tires than the 16 ahead of us right now, but we only have, what, about 12 laps to make this pass. Of course, we're not trying to run up here and make it instantly. It's going to be a thing that's building gradually. A lot of cars on pit road, either with damage or out of tires or whatever. Could ever get down the front stretch semi-decently, we'd be alright, but it's just committing more down the front stretch and pulling us a little bit. We're doing okay though. Got wobbling back to the right there. I got the thing unwound on the steering wheel, gave up about 3/10. Again, not the end of the world, but can't be doing that for sure. Let Shane close up right to 3/10 behind us, so. Definitely battle time, 10 to go here. Gotta keep it on the right rear, can't let it coil over to the left rear. That's when we get snappy down the straightaway like we saw there that last time. Definitely having to fight and hang on to this here, for sure. Which is a lot of fun, but very, very difficult, of course. Almost wrecked there. He got really, really free. Cleared the point. Reagan, the 71, coming past us. He's on probably 30 or 40 lap pressure tires there. He just got fresh tires a little bit ago. So we'll get to the point. Looks like we have some people wrecking up ahead. It's Eric. He must be out of tires completely. Alright, well, this is interesting. Still got Nathan here, still got Shane here, even JP's not too far behind, so gotta keep fighting, keep battling. Still a long way to go. Really, this bottom is helping us through the corners, probably hurting us down the straights, but I think it's helping us a lot through the corner. 7 to go, long way to go. I have no idea if they're green, white checkers. I would assume not per 2003 rules, but never know, so we're planning for everything, of course. Starting to battle for second back there. Shane trying to get around Nathan. Oh, they're almost dying. Nathan might have made contact with Shane, not sure, but Nathan saved it somehow. Incredible save. Might have just gotten too free, not sure. 5 to go, 5 fingers from the flag man. Hope everybody keeps their life together here. Really need everyone to stay chill for about another 2 minutes. Billy has gotten down the 4th, or up to 4th now. He's still 3 seconds back, so he's actually fallen back. Four to go. Not even the full throttle there down the front stretch at all. It seems like Shane had a big slide or a snap or a wall touch there, so now 15 car lengths. So no pressure. Oh, yellow. Are there green, white checkers, Gavin?
Holy shit, Warren, I don't know how we did that.
Yeah, that was white knuckle. Thanks for not blowing me up there.
Alright, no green, white checkers, so I think that means it's over. I would assume.
Oh, my right rear just left coming out of turn 4. I had no more right rear.
I think I'm in good shape tires-wise, even if we had to restart
Yeah,
here.
I can't feel my arms.
Nick up to P5, an incredible comeback. Gavin 6th.
Yeah, me either. JP, you had me at that went green, buddy. I couldn't even make it around the corner.
Looks like 16 finally lost it.
I've got no more force feedback ahead. Oh, it's so much fun. I could do this every night.
Yeah, can we come here every week? I love this place.
Oh, it was a blast, but dang, you had to drive it that whole time.
Yeah, hell yeah. Are we done then? Please say we're done.
Yeah.
Did I come up or you came down? I don't know.
Alright, well, we're at popsicle sticks. I don't see anything about green, white, checkered, so I think we're going to finish under yellow, which is fine by me. Plenty of fuel left.
Hit entrance penalty. Hit the cone going in. This speed, just hit that damn cone.
56 is the dog.
Nice recovery, though. I didn't know you were able to make it all the way back up.
Oh, I
drove
Great
with the
finish.
entire
Again,
block,
JP
got nothing
finished 2
left.
spots behind us last week, and to finish 2 spots behind
The
us
wiggle
here.
is killing me in
Gavin
that
finished
backside.
second last week.
And the
Warren was up
quad
there.
spinning thing going on.
Billy was up there, Caden, so we might even be the
Is the
points leader,
quad
honestly. I
open?
don't know for sure, but Eric had his issue. He fell back. Colton fell back to 17th. They all just absolutely roasted their tires. Who else was up there towards the front? I don't remember who else was up to. Leighton's not here. And again, we were only 1 spot behind Colton. So Eric and Gavin. Gavin's probably going to be second in points, but I think we might be the points leader if he's going to finish 6th. We got 5 points for leading some laps. We definitely didn't lead the most laps. Man, I'm exhausted. Again, I said I was exhausted last week. I'm exhausted again this week, but holy shit, that was fun. Again, this is probably my best shot to
You
win.
passed me more, and I was afraid I was gonna wreck you. I had
Definitely my best shot to win was here. I don't know if we go Darlington, probably do, but either way, this is the best one. So
I think, I don't know what it is about the wiggle, but there's a car.
I think we had them
somewhere
covered.
near you.
I really do. We had that 15 car lengths with 3 to go, 4 to go, whatever. Shane said he ran out of the right rear. JP wasn't going to catch us from a second after 2 seconds
I
back,
noticed,
so
like if somebody was up
felt
here,
good.
bumper,
Definitely
it
did our
got
jobs as far
hit.
as tire management and getting to the end, playing our cards right, being patient. I'm curious what happened to Eric there, because he seemed to be saving. But
Definitely can't drive this thing like the old Gen 4 anymore. I felt back like I was in an 87 Legends race.
yeah, we definitely showed
Yeah,
our
Colton, that shocked me. I
Atlanta prowess
definitely
today,
expected you up here.
which is good.
I'm still learning these things. There was no grip. I was half throttle down the straightaway at the end of this race.
Not bad
and
for a
that
road
was
guy.
nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, me too. I have no more grip.
I'm curious if that oval refresh is spiking temps on parts of the track, and that's why as soon as someone spun
Oof.
up, so
We
many
definitely
of them
struggled
spun
at
up
times
after.
off of 4, especially, and then the first dog leg, but
That
seemed like compared to
135
everybody
now.
else, we were really good. Rolling the bottom of 3, and 1 and 2 we seem to be really good. We can get off turn 2 really, really flat, really well on the bottom.
Good win, Justin. Way to drive that thing.
That was fun. This is my only shot to win one, so I'm glad I actually did.
Yeah, Justin, good win. I thought I was going to take a run at you there, but I lost all rear grip.
When you fell back after that first 10 or whatever, I thought you had overheated him and you were done, but you held on to him at the back of that train there, and I was shook that you came up through there with me. That was awesome to see.
Nice shot, Justin.
Let's go. Let's actually go.
Yeah, I just had to back it down. I did overheat him. I backed it down and it came back to me.
Hey, Nick, good finish, bud.
Not going to do any burnouts. I want to see a tire wear, but .48.40. So we definitely used them more than I thought, but we definitely had some good right front left, though, seemingly. 6.40. Colton was out of right front. So what were we? 40, 48, 40. So we had good right front. These guys must have got tires. They're under green. But 48's about the best right front that we saw there, other than Nick Martin. Gavin was one better, but he was a little ways back. So yeah, 48 was definitely right front was key, and we did a good job managing the right front. We slid around a lot. There were worse guys with worse right rear. Colton had 40, Alan 42. Caden slid around at the back there, 48. Billy 44. So a lot of guys had a little better right rear than we did, but our right rear was what, or sorry, our right front being able to corner down the bottom there and roll that center speed was what won us the race for sure. So we'll take that. We'll go look at the results, and I guess we'll check the points while we're at it, because it's going to be the only time I lead the points if my math is correct. So 180 there for us. We didn't get the best lap or anything. No points for that though. 11 laps led, 0x after we took the one last week. JP almost certainly led the most at 33, because there are only like 32 laps led after you take mine out. So yeah, 180 is great. Well, how many did Gavin get? 30 less. So we'll go check the standings real quick, just because we can. We are indeed leading by 10 points. So for what that's worth, don't think it really matters for anything. As a matter of fact, it doesn't matter for anything. We don't count anything, but feel definitely spread out here. Unfortunately, Leighton missed tonight, so he is going to be way down here in 20th, even though I think he finished second or third. Gavin finished second and sixth. JP finished, sixth and third, seventh and third. So up here at the front, still tight, but we already have 46 points back to Nick, who recovered for a top 10 tonight, 47 to Warren, who recovered. Colton left a lot of points out there tonight, as did Eric, but they're, of course, still fast enough to get back in the fight with multiple wins each. So we're in good shape. I feel good about it. I feel like we did all right here. We've definitely capitalized on the finishes, gotten the most of it, and done our best. So very, very pleased with that. I really, really had fun with that. So appreciate Dan there. We will mistype that, but whatever. Da 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 da. All right, the white front does not make it more stable, for the record. That's funny. So yeah, we'll call that. Very, very pleased. Great to get a good win on the books. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Again, if you didn't see the video on Tuesday about my 12 years on iRacing, go check that one out. It was a lot of fun. Thanks again to Gavin for allowing me to be a part of it. Everybody that came out here tonight supports it. Good to get one on the board. Really, really proud of that. And that's, again, unless weird shit happens, this is our best track to get one. So happy with that. We'll just keep clicking off single-digit finishes and see what we can make of this. So that's going to be it for me. I appreciate you all so very much. Hope you have a great rest of your day. But till next time, as always, bye.